Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome. Come on in. Say hello when you jump on. I am jumping on my other device here. Seeing if I can find myself. I have. Oh, wow. I just looked outside and I think we're in for some more rain today. Oh, my. Huh. I did not know we were. Hopefully it's not long. Oh, I miss sunny days and warm days. How are you? How are you? I hope everybody is doing well. We're going to give it just a few minutes because sometimes Facebook takes just a little bit to tell everybody and for everybody to find us. So, I should have had these set up better. It's all good. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Kristen Conant, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am in Ludington, Michigan. You are joining me live in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio, so welcome, and thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining me live, please say hello and let me know that you're here. And if you're catching the replay, please also let me know that you're here. I love to see who stopped by to watch my videos. And I'm just going to say my numbers aren't matching for those who say hello and those who watch. Don't be afraid. We don't stalk you. It's just nice to see who stopped by. So say hello. So I'm going to try to get through all of the housekeeping as quickly as I can. There is a lot today, and I do not want you to miss out on anything. Starting with the starter kit special. So for the month of May, Stampin' Up! Had offered our wonderful starter kit, which is typically $125 worth of product for $99 free shipping. They bumped that up this month to $165 worth of product for $99. Now you might be thinking, I don't want to be a demonstrator. Let me just tell you, you do not have to do anything that you don't want to, meaning you do not have to have parties, you do not have to come on a Facebook Live and do this. If you want to be part of the Create with Love team and purchase your products for a discount, we love you. We want you on your team. I am inviting you. I want you on my team. So if this is something you're interested in, please let me know. I do not want you to miss out on a good deal, right? We do not want our friends to miss out on the best deal, right? So that's why I'm sharing it with you. But you've only got the rest of today and tomorrow in which to do that. So please don't wait, okay? Next, something Stampin' Up! Is doing that we have never done before. And I will tell you, I was like, when I first heard about this, because I thought it was rather steep on first glance, okay? But I've had to educate myself and learn more about this, and oh my goodness, I think it is going to be so cool. I'm excited about this, but I took the plunge, and Stampin' Up! Is holding a virtual album retreat July 16th, 17th, and 18th of this year. It will start at 2 o'clock Mountain Time, which I believe is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and it goes to 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time, which would be 12:30 a.m. Eastern Time. But here's the thing, don't let the time and the days freak you out, because once you purchase the kit, it will give you access to this. So if the times and the date does not suit you, you will be able to watch the replays of the videos at a time and day that is good for you. Okay? But oh my gosh, it is 2-page spreads, and we are going to be doing 12 of them. So that's 24 pages total in 3 days. Okay. They have given us a sneak peek of what those page spreads will look like. Now, everything other than the photos and the stamped images, you have to have the ink so you can stamp your own images. But like January, if you don't like this as a January spread, you could make it a March spread, an April spread. You will be able to take those headers of the months and put it on whatever page you want. Also, everything but the photos is cut for you. You have no cutting that you need to do. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I am excited about this because I have not been a scrapbooker. I have dabbled a little bit here and a little bit there, but nothing that has stuck with me. I have put a couple of our kits together, and our kits are great, but you have to do your own cutting. This retreat, this album retreat, everything is cut for you. You have to do the stamping, you have to do the assembling, and you have to add your own pictures. But you can mix it up however you want. But it is a year in view. So you have, of course, 2 pages for January, 2 for February, 2 for March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. And look at these beautiful layouts. I am super duper excited about it. And the circles are all going to be cut out. The banner ends are all going to be done for you. So, yeah, I'm super excited. They have several of these spreads have interactive pages in them. So interactive means you can move things. There's moving parts to them. So that is something new that I will be learning. They said several different techniques that are going to be shared with these. And, yeah, just so much. I can hardly wait. I have ordered my kit. It has shipped and should be here shortly. Again, the event is held July 16th, 17th, and 18th, but you can order your album retreat now. Today. You can get on there today and order it. Also, be aware that if you go on to order your album retreat, you can add other products to your order, all right? And yes, you will earn Stampin' Rewards. The new Stampin' Rewards system is up and running, so make sure you sign up for an account and opt in to receive those rewards. You will receive rewards on this. The cost for this is $250. And I know, I'm telling you, I am no different than you are. That was a huge substance to swallow for me at first. I'm like, $250? Oh my gosh. No. But I'm telling you, they shared with us demonstrators a video of an unboxing of the kit that you are going to receive, and it is jammed-packed with goodies. I think we might have some stuff that might be left over. You're going to get a full package of embellishments. You're going to get a full package of twine. You're going to get some exclusive designer series paper, and the only way you can get it is if you sign up for this retreat. You're going to get, I think it's 2 different stamp sets, but both of the stamp sets are like a double stamp set, meaning there's 2 sheets of stamps in each one. You get your page protectors, you get your flip flaps that are going to be used, just so much more that you are going to get in this. And I am super excited because, like I said, I have not spent much time scrapbooking myself. So, I think this is going to be great for me as I am a beginner. But you don't have to be a beginner. If you are a seasoned scrapbooker, you might love the layouts. And you know what? If you change the layout just a little bit, you change the designer series paper and the stamps, you're going to get a totally different look. So please think about it. You can go online and look at the pictures a little bit better if you go online. There is a list of additional products that you will need to participate in this, to do the stamping and things. So there is a list of ink pads that you will need if you do not have those. We are going to be using the blending brushes, so that's one of the techniques. Several different types of adhesives. There are some tools you need, such as a bone folder, some of the Stampin' Blocks, a pair of scissors, a paper trimmer, because of some of the interactive parts, I was told, that you're going to need to use. Your Stampin' Pierce mat, because the stamp sets are photopolymer, and we're going to be going over that here in just a minute when I'm stamping. And then there's other things that I'm sure you have around your home: an eraser, masking tape or sticky notes, pencils, ruler, scratch paper, your stamp cleaning supplies, of course. And then they want us to have a 1 inch, a 1 inch, a quarter inch, or a 1/2 inch circle punch, okay, or dies. And some of you may already have those in your stamping craft, stamping stash. There we go. So seriously consider this. Go online and look at it. But let me tell you, they said this is while supplies last. So if you take too long in thinking about it, it may sell out before you get signed up. And that would make me sad. Now, if there's too much of additional tools that are required, if you sign up for this album retreat, I will be holding the class here in my Stampin' Studio in Ludington, Michigan. So if you want to take part in this, need some maybe assistance, maybe you've never stamped before, but you've scrapbooked, you help me and I can help you, because like I said, I have not done a whole lot of scrapbooking myself, but they are going to teach us step by step. There's going to be lots of videos to watch. There's an exclusive Facebook page that you are going to be asked to join, and it will be demonstrators and customers. So you do not have to be a demonstrator to be part of this. That's why I'm sharing it with you. I think it's going to be super duper fun. I would love you to join me in doing this. Now, the fee for this kit is $250. You buy the kit for $250 and you are automatically registered for the 3-day event. And they will send you a link to the Facebook. You do not have to come here. If you have all the tools that are needed to participate, you're fine. You do not have to come here if you don't want to. So, yeah, think about this. Let me know. Go online. Check it out. It'll be under the Virtual Album Retreat. So you can go on there and check it out, okay? So don't miss out on this. I am super excited about it. I have never, we've never had that before, because as many of you know, we have just launched into scrapbooking last year, but they're taking it up a notch this year. And they said this is an event you do not want to miss. And they said they are planning on this just being the first of many more to come. So join me so you can say that you've been here since day one of the retreats. We'd love to have you. Okay. Then the last thing well, not the last thing, but the last thing from Stampin' Up! Has to offer, we have a sale coming up June 3rd. So just a few short days here. June 3rd through the 30th, they are holding a buy one, get one 50% off. And it's on, now this is the key, it's on all sweets and sweet products. Yes, sweet and sweet products. So I'm going to show you this. Okay, so save big during this one. Okay, so let's open up our catalog and let me show you. So I'm on here. Okay, this is our Boho Vibes, I think it's called. Yep, Boho Vibes Sweet. And with it being a sweet, there is a bundle, stamp set and dies. There is an embellishment and there's a DSP. Okay, here's where it is. So if you buy this sweet and you want another sweet, say it's the Kintsugi Inspirations. Again, it's the stamp set. This one has an embossing folder, the embellishments, and the DSP. I believe it's whichever sweet is the most expensive. That's the one you're going to purchase. Then you get the other one half off. But if you heard me say it says all sweets and sweet products, okay? It has to be another sweet product, okay? Maybe you don't like everything in the sweet. You want the stamp set and the dies, but you don't want anything else. Then you can go to another sweet and get that stamp set and dies for 50% off. Okay, and I'm saying that because there are other bundles. When you go farther in the catalog, we have other bundles, right, that are not part of a suite. Those do not qualify for this. It has to be sweet product with sweet product. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Not only is it the bundles, but it's the embellishments. It's the DSP. So maybe you don't like this, but you want the DSP from this one. Pick another DSP from another suite. You buy one, get one 50% off. Ha! So cool. I'm so excited about that. So sit down with your catalog in a little bit. Write down all the sweets that you've had your eye on, and these savings is going to be huge. 50% off. Oh my word. We have never done this before. So don't miss out. Make your wish list. Okay. So now the next thing I want to share with you real quickly is what's going on here with the Create with Love Studio. I have finally gotten my class schedule together. Sorry it took me a bit. We've had, like I said, family emergencies here. It's my dog. It's my fur baby. She is my child. I know some of you might think that's odd, but she is the only baby. My animals are my babies. And she's over 14 years old. She's actually 14 years and 9 months old now. And yep, we're at the end of her life. I know that, but I will do anything to help her stay with me as long as I can. And it's been a roller coaster ride since the beginning of March. So I've had her to deal with. My husband is in need of a surgery, which he cannot have thanks to our policies and insurance companies now. So we're trying to go through those loopholes. And then with the midst of all this, I ended up coming down with a really bad cold, as many of you who follow me would know, because I missed a live, and then the live that I did, I believe it was last week, you can still hear me sniffling and carrying on because I was still recovering. But nevertheless, we've gotten through most of that. So thank you for those who have reached out to me, sent your prayers and well wishes. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to get emotional. Thank you. Thank you. It's been rough, but we will get through everything. So thank you. Anyways, I have created my class schedule for the next 3 months. And this coming Monday is my lovely garden product based class, and it is too late to register for this class because I had to order product and get it here for you. But thank you to those who are coming. I'm excited to see you Monday. You're gonna love your cards, just saying. So the first and last Monday of every month, I always do a product-based class. The products are different, as is the price to those classes are different, because it's based on the products that are chosen for those classes. RSVP for the product-based classes must be 3 weeks prior with prepayment, because I have to order product, okay? We are not allowed to cash and carry things, so you have to pay me ahead of time for your classes so I can order those products, okay? The second Monday of every month, I do a 10-card class. This is a great class. It gives you all different kinds of cards. At one time, you could make up to 10 cards at the class to put in your card stash to have ready when you need a card. That's the second Monday. The fee for that class depends on how many cards you make. And then the 6-card class is always the third Monday of every month. This class is $25 or free with a $30 order placed that night. In this class, we do 3 different cards, but you're doing 2 each of the 3 cards. So you will go home with 6 cards. And I just noticed I ended up taking the description off from there. I'll have to go back and add those on. So every month, this is how my schedule looks. I'm telling you that so that for the rest of the year, you can mark the first and last Monday of the month, unless it's a holiday and or if I'm going to be on vacation, which I am in August, but we'll tell you that as it gets closer here. So the next product-based class that you can register for, registration is due this coming Monday, but it is for the celebratory SIPs class. It is online exclusive products. So is the lovely garden that we're going to be doing. But if you want to see everything Stampin' Up! Has, you need to go online, which reminds me, Kristen forgot her sheet again. Ugh, I knew I was forgetting something. Anyhow, the celebratory SIPs. So if you type in the search bar celebratory SIPs, you will be able to bring up the product, bring up the suite of products, and you will see everything that we're going to be using for that class. You will be receiving the 3/8" gold ribbon, the holographic resin dots, and the celebratory SIPs 12x12 DSP. Prepayment of $44 is due to me. I have June 9th. I think that's wrong. Oh, no, that would be right? I don't have my calendar here. 3 weeks prior. So, anyhow, if this is something you're interested in, please reach out to me, and I would love to have you here in class. So, that is my June schedule. July, just real quickly, we're not going to go into it so we can get into stamping here. But July's product-based classes, the first one we are going to be doing Floral Impressions. It is also an online exclusive. Then we have our 10-card class, our 6-card class, and then the last Monday of the month is Florals in Bloom. This one is in the catalog, so that one you can see. Then August, here we go. The first Monday in August is a beautiful gallery. Then we're having 10-card class, but the end of August, the 6-card class and the product-based class will not be held in August. I am taking a trip of a lifetime. It has been on my bucket list for years. We are going to Alaska. So I will not be here for 2 weeks. I am so excited to go to Alaska. But I'm also excited to invite you to please come to one of my classes. You are going to love the cards that you make here. I promise you. So the one product-based class, the suite that we are going to be focused on the end of July is this one. It's the Florals in Bloom. So this one is a double bundle. So for the class, you'll be receiving these gems. this DSP, and then this one, I'm doing something that I've never done before. You will be receiving 2.5 yards of each of the 5 new in colors for this class. So that's the products for that one. And then that, again, this is the last Monday of July, and then the first one in August, the one I will still be here for, I just have to find the suite, is going to be this one, Beautiful Gallery. Oh, again, it's a double bundle. So we have 2 different stamp sets and dies. There is an embossing folder. The products you will be receiving for the class are the pressed flowers, motif gems, the basic beige ribbon, and this gorgeous, gorgeous 6x6 DSP. Okay, so please mark your calendar. Reach out to me. I'd love to have you. Alrighty, guys, are you ready? I'm excited for today's projects to share them with you. We are going to be focusing on the Sunrise Sailing bundle that is in the online exclusives. And this is a hybrid bundle, and I will explain that to you here in just a minute. It is a photopolymer stamp set. It has greetings in it. It has the sailboat and the water, so you can build the sailboat if you want to. You can build your scenery. It is so cool. Okay, I'm going to be honest. You might have heard me say this before. This was not on my radar at all to get. And it only took a couple of cards for me to go, I don't know, I might have to rethink that. Well, then I saw some of the cards in person. I was like, okay, yep, it's beautiful. It makes quick cards. It's universal, meaning you can do men, children, women, okay? It's universal in that way. And like I said, it's the stamp set and dies. And there is the 2 dies that you can put together to create die cut water scene if you wish. Then we have the die here that cuts out the stamp boat. But then we have standalone dies too of sailboats. We have 2 cloud dies. We have a small sailboat and a larger sailboat. And then we have the birds here. Yeah, so cool. Love it. So that is the dies. Oops, don't put that away yet, Kristen. Then this is our embossing folder. This is a 3D embossing folder. So it has birds on here already that are embossed into it. And then there's clouds, the sailboat, and the water. Now, what does it mean to be hybrid? Well, it means you can die cut and emboss your image at the same time. Now, I have to remember how this goes. Yes, it's this way. Okay, so see the Stampin' Up! Logo? That is the side that has the outline of the sailboat. And as you can see, it doesn't come off, right? You set it on there. That's how you know you have the right side. So you can put that die on there. You can put your paper in and close it down. And when you run it through the machine, it will emboss the area that's around it. It will emboss and die cut your sailboat out in one pass through the machine. Isn't that amazing? These things are so cool. We've had these for a while, the hybrid embossing folders and dies, and I am still blown away every time I get one and put it to use. It's magical. You have to have one to experience it. Just saying. Okay, so this is what I'm focusing on. In addition to this today, I'm also bringing in another one of my favorite dies, and that is this one. It is called the Stylish Shapes Dies. If you do not have this in your crafting stash, you need to add this to it. These shapes work for any of our stamp sets. Okay, so it's a great general one to have. And then I also, for one of the cards we're going to do, I have also brought in my 2-inch circle punch to use. Okay, today's projects have some technique involved to them. Don't freak out, it's fun. So stick around, grab a drink, watch, and hopefully you'll be amazed. But yeah, I've got a couple of fun 3 projects here to share with you today, and I hope you like them. So in addition to that, I've also done heat embossing on one of the cards for the greeting. To do heat embossing, you will need the Versamark pad, the embossing buddy, your embossing powder, which is what I've chosen was the Bright White Wow embossing powder. Then, of course, you need your heat tool in order to do heat embossing. But like I said, it's a technique, so I am focusing on our blending brushes today with the stamp set and dies. And the colors that I'm going to be using, and I'll reiterate which ones I'm using on each card, but a Strawberry Slush, one of the new in colors, Lemon Lolly, Pretty in Pink, which is a carrying over in color, Fresh Freesia, and then another new in color, Secret Sea, oops, one more, and then our standard color in one of our color families is a Balmy Blue. Okay, so I think that is it for right now. Okay, so card number 1, we're going to have lots of pieces here. We are starting out with a Fresh Freesia cardstock. It measures 8.5 by 5.5. I have scored it at 4 1/4 and makes the perfect size card. And then you take your bone folder. Now this is one of the tools they say you might want for the scrapbooking retreat. So if you don't yet have a bone folder, go ahead and order that when you order your album retreat, and you will have one. Okay, let me see. Then I needed a piece of cardstock that was at least 2.5 by 3.5. And then I need a piece of basic white that is 1/2 inch by 4. And then I need 2 pieces of cards. No, sorry. Hold on. Oh, please. You need 1 piece of basic white that is 4 4/4. 4 1/4. Oh my word, Kristen. 4 1/4 by 5.5. Then you need another one that is 4 by 5 1/4. This one is for the inside. The larger one, the 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch piece, you are going to run through your stamp cut and emboss machine, which I have done that ahead of time. Now, I have done several things ahead of time today. Try to saving on time. The other thing I have done today, like I said, that I did ahead of time was I stamped the sailboat that I'm going to need. This was done in the Balmy Blue, and then I die cut it out already. So we're ready to go. Okay? And so I need to bring in my piercing mat, my stamp mat and piercing mat. And I've got this longer piece here. And now I need to bring in my Balmy Blue ink. And I'm going to bring in the greeting from the stamp set that says, congratulations. And yeah, it's way longer than what we need. Anywho. Okay, so we're going to stamp that down like so. There is that. Okay. And let me see, I did not bring my paper trimmer over. That's okay. We're just going to take the scissors and chop that off like that. And it's not very straight, but that's okay. There we go. Let's fix that. Okay. Hold on just a second. And then this one, I need to banner cut this end. And so to banner cut, I love to use my grid. It's a 1/2 inch wide, so I'm going to go up to about 1/4 inch. And I put a mark in the end of it with my scissors so that I can cut up to it and then come from the side to that middle point that I just cut up to, and that one up to that. And that is how you can quickly make a bannered flagged end. Okay? Now, here we go into our technique. Okay, we're going to bring in this one that I have. And let's see, I think I am going to start with, I think I'm going to start in the middle with my pink. Okay, so I'm going to open up my Pretty in Pink ink. I'm going to pick up some of the ink off from the pad. I like to tap it on here first so I don't get that blotchy on my card. Yes, the sailboat is embossed on there, but we're not going to worry about that. And I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to go through the middle of the card or piece like so. If you want more color, go back, pick it up, go back where you want more color. Okay, I think I like that, so I'm going to leave that one. Okay, and now I'm going to go into my Fresh Freesia. Again, I am going to pick up my ink, tap it off on here. See, I don't like that, I don't want that. So start off your cardstock and go onto your cardstock. And you will notice that wherever it was embossed, from running it through the embossing machine, see how it makes it darker where the raised image is? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, it's beautiful. I wish you were here to see it in person, because I'm sure the camera does not capture it all. And now I'm going to come in with my Balmy Blue, same thing. And now we're going to add some blue to the water. And I don't care that some of the color is on the water, because if any of you have been on the water at sunrise or sunset, it reflects on the water, right? So I'm good with that. So there we go. There is my piece. Isn't that cool? Love it. Okay. Let me see. And so on this one, do I want to bring, yep, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to go in here, even though there's none on the outside. I want some of that color on the inside. So I'm going to stamp a couple of birds on the inside. Okay? So that is the inside to my card. So I'm now going to take my adhesive, put some adhesive on here. This is going to go in here. Okay. Then this one is going to have adhesive put on this one. Now, this one you want to line up. It is the same size as your card front. So you want your edges to line up. So I recommend that you get it flush with the folded side first. And then if anything hangs over, whether the cardstock from the card itself is longer or the white piece is bigger, see, like this one, after we're done here, because I forgot my trimmer, I can go back over to my paper trimmer, open that up, and take that little bit off. Okay, so that is our card front. So now I'm going to add on our boat. And so to do that, I'm going to add some dimensionals to my boat. And let's see, we're going to use 3 of the larger ones here, like so. Remove the backings, and yep, those of you who follow me know that I typically color on my dimensional back so that when I put my dimensionals on a white piece of paper like this, I can tell whether the backing has been removed or not. And nope, Kristen didn't get to it. So mine are still white, which is okay. It's just quicker when you can see it as a different color. That's all. Just to make things a little bit quicker for you. Okay, so now this is going to go right over the image that was embossed on here. So you know exactly where the placement is. So there's that one. And now we've got our greeting, and I'm going to put dimensionals on here. And you know what? I have more of the little ones, so I'm going to add 3 of the little ones to here. We have 2 different sizes of dimensionals. We have our minis and we have our regular size. So yeah, it's just a personal preference on which ones you want to use. All of them can be cut down, of course, to whatever size you need them to be. So there we go. There is card number 1. What do you guys think? Do you like that? Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just wish you could see it in person because the colors are so vibrant. So pretty. Alrighty, card number 2. In card number 2, we are going to do the greeting, and we are going to do the stamping, and we are going to do some blending on this one as well. Theme of the day, blending brushes. So you want to add some blending brushes to your order. And yes, you will need those as well for the scrapbooking, the album retreat. So 2 things you've needed already for the retreat. Can you see a pattern here? One of them is the bone folder, and now the blending brushes. So write those down so you can get them onto your order. Okay, and if you don't have a catalog for the number, just type in at the top of the search bar, blending brushes, and it'll come up in the system for Stampin' Up. Same for the bone folder. It's a bone, as in, you know, a bone in your arm, B-O-N-E, folder. Okay, so this next card, we are using a piece of Balmy Blue. It is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Again, perfect size card. Again, bringing my bone folder in. Okay, giving that a nice burnish so my card lays flat. This time you are going to need 2 pieces of basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. So they're same exact size, one for the outside, one for the inside. Then you are going to need a piece of Balmy Blue that is a 1/2 inch by 3 inches. This is the one where I said you will need heat embossing. So again, I use my Versamark pad, my embossing buddy, and my white Wow embossing powder with our heat tool. And I went ahead and stamped my greeting and added my white embossing powder and heated it up. And this is what you get. Okay, so just like the last one, I'm going to banner cut this one. So again, a 1/2 inch using my grid. I'm going to put my mark 1/4 inch down, cut up to it, and then cut corner to that. I tell you, I love cutting from the middle up and then corner to the middle, because if I didn't do that, my banners would be lopsided every time. So that's why I do that. I try to stay centered as much as I can. Okay, so now for this card, the blending that we're going to do on this one, you will need a piece of basic white that is 3 inches by 4 inches, because this is 4 inches across. This is your mask or your template, okay? And so what I did to make it, again, I cut it to 3 by 4. I found the center mark of this piece, so 4 would be 2 inches in. I put a mark on it. Then on your punch, there is a mark in here that shows you the middle. So I followed it down and put a pencil mark here and a pencil mark here, so I know where the middle is, right? Then I took my 4 by 3 inch piece, slid it in here, because again, I followed this mark to try to keep it centered from left to right, and I punched it out so that 1/2 or 3/4 of the circle was on here and part of it was not. And you're going to see why here in just a minute. Okay, so that is how we do that. Okay, here we go. Remember, the theme of today is masking. So I'm going to put this on here because it's the same size. All you need to do is keep your 3 edges together and lined up. And then I am going to open up my Lemon Lolly ink. And I'll pick up some ink. Now, it doesn't take much of this because it's brand new. So I'm going to put a mark there. And then I'm going to, I don't want to go too low. It's okay if it comes over a little bit, right? Because remember what we just said on the last card. When you're out on the water, that reflects, doesn't it? That color of the sky reflects on the water. So a little bit down, not much, okay? So that's all there is to that masking. See, when you lift it up, can you kind of see where I'm going here? All right, so that is my Lemon Lolly. So now I am going to come into my Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to test it out because I want it very soft. So pick up some color. And now, very carefully, I want to add just a soft little arch of pink around that sun. Can you see that? Isn't that cool? How fun. Love it. So you can do a little bit farther out if you want, right? Because it's reflecting in the sky, but you want your darker pink right around the sun, right? And then a little bit out. So there we go. Like that. So I'm going to stop there. And so now I am going to come in with my Balmy Blue. Okay. And I am first going to come in with, hold please. I need to find my stamp case because Kristen was really rough on her stamp when she first got it. And yep, I ripped my stamp, but don't panic, right? It's a clear stamp, so you can see right where to put it back together. And the only one that's going to know that is you now, because I shared my secret of what I did. You wouldn't have known had I forgotten to put that on. Anywho, there's that. So now we are going to come up here so it's on the sun a little bit. And that's going to go like that. Doesn't it look like it's going off into the sunset? And now I'm going to come in with our water, our straight line water. And I am going to use that. And without re-inking, oh no, sorry, hold on, we'll come back to that. I'm going to take and do it on this side. So there's my horizon line. So now we just want to go back in and do some random stamping to make it look like the water's moving, right? So you want to go from side to side. Okay. Ink up the whole thing now, because now we're going to go across the bottom, which it fits on one. Okay, so now that that was done with one, this is where you're going to do another technique, and it's called stamping off. I already inked it up and stamped it once on here, so now I'm going to move it slightly and add some more to my water line. So stamp off, move it just a bit, and here I'm going to show you what that does. You might think, I don't need to do that, but look at the difference from this side to this side. Doesn't it make it look like the water is actually moving? How cool, right? So again, gonna finish the other side now. Stamp off. Remember, the key is you don't want it to all line up. It's all good because you want it to look like the water is moving, right? So there we go. There's that. And you might be thinking, I don't know about that. Just trust the process, okay? So there is that. Now the next thing we need to do is come in with our new color. It is called Secret Sea. It is one of my favorites. So now I'm going to take this one and we are going to stamp a couple of seagulls on here flying. Okay, and I think I'm going to do one more. Yes, over here. There we go. Okay, and now this card is almost ready to put together because I didn't do anything on my inside piece. So let's do like we did before. Let's do a few seagulls on the inside. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready to put it together. Until I change my mind again. Just kidding. All right, so let's get our adhesive out. And this is my inside piece. So there is that. And now this one. So see, you can use the sailboat, the Sunrise Sailing, use the stamp set. This would make a great sympathy card. It would make a great thinking of you card. You've been on my mind. Yeah. Okay, and now we're going to take this one, and just like the last one, we are going to add some dimensionals under here. So we're going to put this in, this, and this, and now remove those backings. Okay, and now this is going to go up here like so. There we go. There's card number 2. What do you think? Are you liking the blending? Isn't it fun? I tell you, once you start blending, you're going to be blending up the storm because you're going to want to blend everything. Just saying. Okay, our last card for today has lots of pieces to it, okay? So we are taking a piece of my favorite color, new favorite color, Secret Sea, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I bet you can't guess what we're gonna do. Yep, bone folder. Okay, that is ready there. Then we need, again, 2 pieces of our basic white that are 4 by 5 1/4. We need a piece of basic white that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. We need a piece of basic white that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and we need a piece of basic white that is 2 by 2. Now all these white pieces I have already went ahead and die cut. So there, out of my longer piece was the clouds from the dies. Then the 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, I cut this, and then the 2 by 2, I cut this one. Okay, so here was that longer one where the clouds came out of. Then you need a piece of the Secret Sea. That is 2 3/4 by 2 1/2. And again, I ran the dies through and I cut out the 2 pieces for the larger sailboat. Okay, so that is ready. So now I need my white piece for the outside, and for this one I'm looking for my blending again. I need my matte. Sorry, excuse me. I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my Balmy Blue, and coming back to my Balmy Blue and my ceiling, or my water lines, we're going to put that one in there. And then I need my longer one, and this one is going to go, whoops, I need to turn this. This is going to go here on that side, and then this one is going to go here on this side. And then, like before, I want a little bit of action to my water out here like that, okay? And then I'm going to use the blue that was on there and just softly, pick up a little bit, just softly add a little bit more blue down here, okay? So there is my water, okay? And let's see, yep. Excuse me, sorry, I still have a little bit of a dry cough. I get talking and my throat gets dried out, and then I start choking. Anywho, okay, our next thing is this, and I'm going to do like we have done, and so I am going to start with my softest color, which you might think the yellow is, but it's not. It's the softer pink, and I'm going to use this one, and this is going to go here at the bottom half, okay, like so, okay. So that's the pretty and pink. Then I'm going to come in with my Lemon Lolly, and that's going to go at the top, okay, like so. And one more on this one. This is where the strawberry slush is coming in. So I'm going to pick up some of the strawberry slush, just a little bit of it, and it's going to go down toward the bottom to intensify that red, and then I'm going to edge it the bottom, okay? And while I'm edging, let's do some of the edge of the yellow as well, okay? So that's what we have there. Let's close this up. We are so close, guys. Okay, so now I need this one. And actually, I'm going to bring in my rubber mat first. And we need to build our boat. So because the sail is already here, I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on that sail. And I'm working on our silicone craft sheet, because if you get adhesive on your silicone craft sheet, guess what? You can clean it off. You can. It's cleanable. So there is our sailboat. And the reason I did that is because I want to use it, because it is going to go on here. So I wanted it for placement. So I can open up my Secret Sea and come in with my seagulls. And add my seagulls on here. And just like the last time we did, we are going to the inside. And we're going to add our seagulls to the inside piece. Okay. Oops, I need this. Kristen, we need the Secret Sea. The last thing we need is our smaller circle to do our greeting. And because our stamps are photopolymer, which are see-through, you can see exactly where you're stamping, and it's a circle. You might laugh, but I get asked all the time, how do you know if it's straight? It's a circle, so you can rotate it until it's straight. There we go. There's our greeting. Okay, let's put this together. You can, now I will put a link to my store, so if you want to check out the album retreat, you can go online and do that. Likewise, you can go onto the store and look at all the products we have used today. You can look them up. Because I forgot my banner right here. I mean, I always add the store link to it, but it would have been sitting right here for you to see and take a picture of. But no, Kristen forgot it. Okay, so putting adhesive on this one. Okay, this is going to go on here. I know, Kristen, you've got clouds. We're not done. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so this would go on here. It is going to go on here right about so. Now, do you know why I didn't put my clouds on yet? That's right. And let me see. I actually should not have glued my white piece down yet so I could cut it off. But you know what? It's all good. Okay, so I am going to use this and we are going to snip just like that. Let's put some adhesive on here. This one is going to go over here like so. Okay, make sure it's straight, the straight cut edge. Then put adhesive on this one. This one is going to go over here about like so. And then this one I want up here, up closer to the top like so. Okay, so now this one is going to go on here. And even though the clouds are under it, I still want this one down flat. And you'll see why. So you're going to take this. You want the bottom of it right at the water line. Okay. So that's going to go on there like that. Okay, give it a second to dry. And now we have our sailboat and our greeting. So now I need dimensionals on the back of this. So let's see. Are these small enough? I think it is. Otherwise, if it wasn't, you can cut the edging of, did it work? Did it work? It did. You can cut the edging of your dimensional. Don't throw any of this out. It is all usable. The edging of your dimensional sheet is sticky. It is usable. Don't toss it. Okay, let's peel off the backings. Okay. Okay, I believe all of them are off now. So now our boat needs to set on the water, but it is going to be right at the base of that. And then our greeting is going to go down. Is going to go down. Yep, I'm going to go over here like so. So stylish shaped dies are the dies that I used to cut out the circles, and everything else came from the Sunrise Sailing bundle. So let's take a look at our 3 cards. Here's card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. What do you guys think of the cards? Let me know which is your favorite. again, give me a couple of minutes here as I log off, and I will put the link to my store in here in just a minute so you can go online, look around, look for all the products that we shared today, and you can check out that virtual album retreat as well. And like I said, get ready for the sale June 3rd. June 3rd. Do not miss out. Let me tell you a little secret about that one too. You don't want to wait on those either, because you don't want to take the chance of some of the products going on back order. Just saying. Okay? So, thank you everybody so much for joining me today. I appreciate you spending your day watching me, and I hope you've enjoyed what I've shared with you. I cannot wait to be back here next Friday at 2 o'clock in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio to share next week's projects with you. Don't forget to share me with your friends, and go over to YouTube, to the Create with Love YouTube channel, and hit the subscribe bell so that you can follow me on YouTube as well, because Facebook is no longer keeping our videos like they were. So you don't want to wait to subscribe. Go over there, follow, like, hit the bell. All right, guys, have a great week, and we will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.